it shut off. I just wish. It'd be really nice if there was a feature where you could switch it from front camera to back camera without it melting down and having a fit. But anyway, it's another day I don't want to. In my head, I have a lot of work to do. It took me longer than expected to get this other project done. I've done, let's see, I think I brought 6 things home. 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 of the things were, I'm going to call it a double cut. So they were the same thing. So when you do the same thing for a long time, and I'm talking like 2 days worth of work, almost, it wasn't quite 2 days, but 12 hours worth of work, it really feels like I'm not getting enough done. It feels like that I'm not getting enough accomplished because it's the same thing. So then in my mind, although I did 35 of them, it still seems like I did one thing. And that's just a head game that I've played my entire life, trying to kind of get over myself and into, I'm going to say reality. That's kind of a nice way. Get out of Angie's head, because nobody wants to be there. Yesterday was our first, we bought some First Form energy drinks. They are about the only energy drinks I will buy. I love Celsius, but go read those ingredients, friends. You don't want to drink that, so I don't. That has been really solid over the last 5 years, cutting out what we're against. There's a lot of times when we're like, well, this might be okay, or I haven't had Doritos in a while, so a bag won't hurt me. And sometimes on occasion, especially if we're going to go out with, if we're going to, like Saturday, tomorrow, I don't know, it's pretty wet we'll see how much it dries. Tomorrow we were going to go work at the compound, but I'm not sure that we want to be out there building. It's not going to be chilled. It's going to warm up today. But we have to make sure that the weather matches what our job is going to be. So that is one thing that you have to really pay attention to on a farm, is your chores for the day. There are chores that are chores no matter rain, snow, whatever. You still got to do. And a lot of that has to do with feed the livestock, tend to the livestock. If you're a market garden or if you're a produce garden, there are times when you have to harvest when you don't want to harvest. Thankfully, we have learned that and learned what we like and don't like to do. Would I love to have fresh milk? The breeze is blowing the leaves, which is making it rain. I just didn't want to get wet. Sure. We don't drink a lot of milk at our house because a lot of us are pasteurization intolerant. So we just drink almond milk. My mom many years ago was worried about the kids having enough calcium and stuff like that. Almond milk, because it's fortified, has more calcium than cow's milk, or at least the crab in the store. So we're not really worried about it. We don't drink a lot of milk. We do have almond milk when we make our shakes at night, our protein shakes. We have almond milk. But the true reason I would love to have a milk cow. Nope. See, that goes back to what Jack says. What is your actual objective? Because to say I need to put the screw in the thing, or I need to pound the nail in the thing. There's animals over there. I need a hammer. That's not No, you need something to pound the nail in. So if you lock yourself into saying, I need a hammer, and then you look around for a hammer and you're like, I don't have a hammer, I can't do it. It's not how this works. So I wouldn't just magically love to have a milk cow. No. I just want the fresh milk. And it would be great if it didn't cost an arm and a leg, although I know how much work it is to keep the animals, to raise the animals, to love the animals, to milk the animals. I'm not doing that. I don't want that. So we are choosing. I'm not going to be the person who's going to go and cry and be like, well, I just don't know why everybody can't just give me all their milk. It's not how this works. Just like during the years that should be erased in history. No, it shouldn't. It needs to go down so that everybody knows what the government did during the scamdemic. It's disgusting. And they need to learn from it, and they need to have it not be memory hold. We have learned, or we should have learned, that if you have a problem, say you're allergic to peanut butter. We had an incident here, it's been a few months ago, where somebody posted online that they were at the local park. Their child was sitting at the picnic table eating peanut butter crackers, and another mother with their child came up and chastised them for eating peanut butter on the benches because her child was allergic to peanut butter. Then don't go into a space that could hurt your child, or bring sanitation wipes, or bring your own chair and go sit in your own corner. That's what happened during the 2020, 2021 crap, was that I'm immunocompromised, so you need to wear a mask. First of all, masks don't do anything. Read the actual data. And second of all, no, it is not somebody else's job to keep me safe. It is not somebody else's job to keep my children safe. That's not how this works, friends. John Willis has a t-shirt. It's like, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. You are supposed to save you. And I am still trying to figure out how that got skipped. Now I know that my family growing up was poor, and we had to do ourselves, save ourselves, be ourselves, because we couldn't afford not to. So maybe that's where I got taught that and other people didn't. I have no idea. But I just don't, unless these kids my age had a problem that they didn't like it that their parents never saved them, and so they decided that when they were going to have kids, they were going to make sure to save all their kids. I don't know. I'm also the parent that, my nephews were here, and the little one, he's 3, he jumped off, trying to think if he was standing, I think he was standing on the chair. It was outside. Jumped off a chair and was going too much forward, and ended up, I think, pretty sure he hit his head a little bit on the ground. And what was my first reaction? Hey, bud, you okay? Get up. Come over here. I'll give you a hug. Let's go. It wasn't, oh my gosh, are you fine? Which is what most parents nowadays seem to do. So I don't know if it's that, we didn't have people that waited on us hand and foot. So we decided we wanted to overly smother our children. I don't know. I'm not that parent, so I have no idea. And I just don't know how society got to be that way. I do understand how society got to be the way of brake checks and I'm going to stop traffic and get out of the car and yell at you. I totally understand that, because, and I've had this conversation several times lately, because nobody has told them that they can't. That's one of those, again, I think John Willis said it, they've never been punched in the face. Nobody has ever told them to shut up, stay in their own lane. And part of it started, and this is why I got mad at the Republicans so many years ago, is because they are, and even Christians, They are the go along to get along. They are the you do you and me do me, except that you don't really do you. And when you try and force your crap on me, it's kind of like, well, we're not gonna tell them no. We're not gonna tell them it's wrong. We're not gonna be those people. Excuse me. You pull your butt in front of my vehicle and pass in a no passing zone, turning lane, oncoming turning lane, and stop and block traffic. Yes, I'm going to tell you that this is not acceptable. And hopefully the police officers will visit you next. Dash cams, people. I gotta buy a dash cam next. It's on my list of things to do. But I know enough, back to the farm and milk, that I'm here to protect me. And I know that people's time, especially working on a farm, is very valuable and important. And I am not going to expect other people to do something and give it to me for free, because nothing in life is free. I don't know what you've been told, but it's not. Somebody somewhere had to pay for that, or work for that, or exchange for that. And so our choice is that we just don't drink much milk. Now, I may find a local herd share this next spring, and be part of that with our collective that we're starting, that's coming up. I think that we will have, I'm hoping that we will have some herd shares as part of that as well. So some here or there. We do use a lot of butter. We do use a lot of cheese. So those would be great if I could start making those by myself and not have to mess with the system of we can't drink the other. So that would be one less thing that we would have to buy at the store. We will be going through a bunch more. We're doing more canning videos right now. So as soon as I edit them, which I think it might actually be tomorrow instead of Sunday, we shall see. And we'll get those out so you guys can start kind of walking this journey with us, realizing what can be easily substituted. There are too many people in this world who just don't know that you don't have to buy homemade pasta in the store because you don't have to buy pasta in the store because homemade pasta is pretty freaking simple to stir up. Is it different? Yeah. Is there a texture difference? Uh-huh. So you're going to have to start adding it in a little bit at a time and trying things. We are going to can potatoes because of the weather. Well, we can probably get it done today. We're going to try it. We're going to do them in quarts. Our family's big. And we are going to try, my electric pressure canner holds 4 quarts. So we're going to try 4. And we are going to probably cook them for breakfast on Sunday. Actually, because of the weather, maybe tomorrow. Our days, Saturday and Sunday, flip-flop depending on what we need to do. So between Saturday and Sunday, we have a friend who had some storm damage to their house. So all of the metal roofing came off their house, and she is giving us all of it. So my husband needs to borrow a trailer because we do not have one big enough. Borrow a trailer, get up there, pick all that up, and then I think that there might be something else that he's picking up from her place. He brought a bunch of basically what were they, 2x3s maybe? There were some purlins. I don't know what they used. He brought a bunch of those home last weekend. And the boys, when they have free time, when they need a break but still want to be doing something, they can take the screws out of those. And we will use that wood along with some pallets that we have found in town to build like our woodshed and to build a little place for, say, like our lawnmowers to go and that sort of thing until we get further along. the goal, my goal, I'm stating it now, we are getting out of here by Christmas. That my Christmas present is moving to the new house. So I'm probably going to be quite the Nazi bitch. Yeah, we're not supposed to use that word. It's not really a Nazi. I'm going to be quite the drill sergeant. We're going to go with that one. Because we are getting out of here. And if I have to beat humans with a flip-flop, I hear that's a thing that they do in the South. We'll do it. That is the main highway, and that is the ambulance. Not cool. They typically are going out to the interstate, which is right down there. So, drill sergeant, drill master, taskmaster, we're going to get it done. I make lists. Children follow the list. If children don't follow the list, children don't get internet. That is the way of the world. You don't do things, you don't get things. And somebody once told me they thought I was doing too much, and they're like, Angie, we're not called human doers. We're called human beings. We're meant to just be. Like, what? So you think you're meant to go sit on the couch and soak up the boob tube? That's not how I roll. And then if everybody did that, nothing would get done. So stop expecting things from other people. Start learning how to do yourself. Take charge of your future. Do not let things just come at you. We can't always have a hand or a say in what happens to us, but we're 100% in control of how we deal with those situations and how we react to those situations. So come follow along with us. We will show you how we are getting from this mess where our house, the garage is all gone. It's damaged, the roof. So the fire went up through the, started in this, it was a garage. It was a, yeah, there was a mudroom back there. But anyway, started through here, went up through the ceiling, and it went all the way straight across. So all of this is burnt out. Caddy. So it's been 2 years. And we're going to make it. We're going to get to the next place. We're going to get there by Christmas. And we're going to start building up our canning supply at the same time. I know. No. We'd love for you to join us on the ride and learn that canning's not that hard, and a lot of times you can easily replace what you're using at the store with something you can make by yourself that's usually 10 times better.